Welcome to MJ Vlogs, guys, and today's video is obviously going to be on the 2024 Electoral College, which will be electing the President of the United States, as you can see from the map. So, quickly, we'll be filling up the safe states for both the parties. We start with Democrats first. Actually, it's Kamala Harris who's leading the Democrats, and Donald Trump, along with JD Vance, in the Republican side. Democrats would obviously take Washington, Oregon, California, then Illinois, New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Maryland, District of Columbia, Delaware, Connecticut, and Vermont as their safe states, and the 1st Congressional District of Maine as well. Alongside Democrats have a safe state of Hawaii too. Meanwhile, the Republicans have Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, except the second district, all the parts of Nebraska, then Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, Missouri, Iowa, West Virginia, South Carolina, and Alaska. Okay, so these are the saves for both the sides, and now we'll be heading on to the likely ones, which states are going to likely be Democrats and which are not, which will be going to be for the Republican corner. So likely Democrats will count for Colorado, then I guess New Jersey, and and yeah, that'll be all I think for the likely Democrat ones. And like now, we'll continue with likely Republicans. I think the second congressional district of Maine is the second congressional district of Nebraska, which has voted for the Democrats previously, would now, according to the trends, would now vote for Republicans, making them Democrats at 191 and Republicans at 189. So currently, Democrats are leading by 2 electoral votes, which will now flip as Nevada, we can say, because the polls in Nevada are seeing that Trump is leading by 5.8 points. Upon Harris, that's a 10-point lead. So one battleground state is going to swing to Trump. That is very much obvious. You can see every single poll, even against Biden, he's up. Trump is up by 10 to 3 points. So I think it's justified to place Nevada at the likely Republican column. Then Arizona too, we can say the same. As we can see in the polling averages, Trump is leading by 5.5 points. Then on Harris, 2 polls are there. Trump is leading Harris by 8 and 5 points. And by Kelly, okay, that's not even a candidate. Then on Harris again, he is leading by 6 points. And on Biden, he's leading by at least 10 to 5 points. So it's justified to put Arizona in a likely Republican column, and Florida would follow the same likely Republican. North Carolina would be likely Republican as well. Then we look at the leans for both sides. Okay, the first congressional district of Maine is also likely Republican. Then we see the leans for both the sides. New Mexico would be a lean Democrat. Then I guess, yeah, that be all. And Republicans, for lean Republicans, we can count on Georgia, and we can have a poll. You can see polling averages from Georgia. Georgia, Trump is leading by 5.9 points. Just because Georgia has been a swing state for many times, I think putting them in a lean Republican would be good. I can see Harris versus Trump. Trump is 1 to 3 points up, so that's tricky to guess which side Georgia would be swinging in. So we are keeping right now Georgia in the lean Republican column. As you can see, polling averages show Trump up by a lot against Biden as well as against Harris too. And we can keep Pennsylvania as a lean Republican. As you can see, 4.4 points is what Trump is leading by in Pennsylvania. Against Harris, he's leading by 2 points. 2 points again, 2 points again. So yeah, Trump is facing a better candidate as Harris against Biden. Biden, you can see against Biden, Trump is leading by 7 or 9 points. Against Harris, he's leading by 2 points. So yeah, obviously you can see from the polls that Harris is a better contender than Biden was. So it's obvious to place Pennsylvania, and yeah, the sympathy vote for the assassination attempt on Donald Trump could also influence the politics in Pennsylvania. Then we come on to Michigan. Here the polls have been shifting a little bit because now Harris is doing better here. You can see Harris versus Trump, it's even. So Harris is obviously a better candidate than Biden in this state. Trump is up by 2 points in this. So July 22, 23, it's even for July 22, 23, and Trump was up by 7 points on Biden. But now he's just 2 points up. So Michigan is also going in the lead Republican column. Then we look on to Wisconsin. Wisconsin is also a major swing state with 10 electoral votes at stake. You can see Harris leading by 1 point in the latest polls, and in this it says even. So against Harris, it's commonly even, but yeah, I think it's very decisive where Wisconsin could flip. But as we say, we are depending on the polls right now. Wisconsin is a very tilt Democrat or a swing state. Then we talk about Minnesota. Minnesota has a streak of voting for the Democrats since the past 50 or something years. So here Trump is up by 1 point in a poll that was conducted in June 13 to 18. Meanwhile, Biden was up in the state by 6 to 2 points in the polls conducted in the mid of June. And in some polls, Trump was up too. So I guess their streak would continue and there would be a tilt Democrat as well. We look at Virginia. Meanwhile, we can say that Republicans have already won the presidency. Donald Trump is elected, is it's predicted to be the next president of the United States. Look at Virginia with 13 electoral votes at stake. Biden is up by a very lean margin. So, well, that's Biden who has stepped down the race. Against Harris, Trump has a lead of 4%. So, in Virginia specifically, we are talking about Biden is a better contender than Harris is. So that's why you can see in Biden versus Trump, it's Biden who is leading or it's even. But in Harris versus Trump, Trump is leading by 4 to 1 points. So even I personally think that it's time for Virginia to flip. So I guess the tilt Republican. New Hampshire. It's been very interesting in New Hampshire. It's the only state in the far east that is being a swing state, and it's kind of cool to look in all the blue, just a red little state. So let's get the polls for New Hampshire right now. Okay, Harris is up by 6 to 7 points, but in this poll you can see Trump up too. Here also Trump up too. I guess in New Hampshire, sorry, would Democrats be having a bad time? So I guess they would win the state, but with a very lean margin. Would be a tilt Democrat. Meanwhile, looking at Maine as a whole, I guess they would be a lean Democrat. So this is my predictions for the 2024 presidential elections in the United States, where we have made this map on depending on the polling averages, and I would likely come up with the next video. Maybe what if Trump gives his best performance until what he can reach in the electoral college. Meanwhile, this is the map. Democrats at 222 trailing, and Republicans have won the presidency. I mean, Donald Trump is the likely next president of the United States with 300 electoral votes. So, thank you for watching. Keep yourself tuned to the channel. We'll be coming up with new videos like that very soon. Thank you.